You are listening to Heart to Soul Radio Higher Vibestream with Josephine the Blonde Girl.
Hello, 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 and welcome to everyone. Coffee with the Ladies is our topic today. Thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Josephine, aka Girlyphine. And today is Friday, June 21st, also World Solstice Day. Which means if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, it will be your longest day of light for this year. And comparatively, if you are in the Southern Hemisphere, will of course be your deepest dip into dark. We are gathered here at this time to listen to some amazing women showcase their musical talent, get some feel good, and for all intensive purposes, just take a break from the usual bump and grind. So grab your coffee or your tea, your beverage of choice, whatever it may be. Find a comfy spot and a snack, fetch it up, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. And as I said earlier, this is Josephine, aka Girlyphine, and you are tuning in to Coffee with the Ladies. Today is Friday, June 21st, and we are celebrating solstice, whichever side of the equator you are on. I happen to be in the Northern Hemisphere in a cozy little place called Oregon. So, according to statistics that I looked up, today we should be having about 15 to 16 hours of daylight. If you are in the upper part of Canada, you will have 20 to 24. And if you're in the Arctic Circle, your sun is not going to go down today. You are going to have a straight shot of 24 hours of light. Now, that can be appealing to some and maybe not others. Just like coffee is or tea isn't, or tea is and coffee isn't. I'm going to give you some health benefits of coffee a little later in this show also. And as we near the end of the show, we have a wonderful new CD single release by an amazing artist that I'm going to share. And in between them, we're just going to have some fun and some great music. And whether that's right or wrong, we're going to start it off with Miss Carrie Cunningham, who has the right amount of wrong.
vicious addiction. Two toxic lips taste like a wine. Sweat dripping down on this heavenly pillow. His body's tangled in mine. So good, so bad. He's the best I ever had. Ooh, he's the right amount of wrong for me. Yeah, he's the right amount of wrong for me. He gets what he wants, I get what I need. When desire names the game, bittersweet nectar, twisted emotions, the feeling's never the same. So good, so bad. Oh, he's the best I ever had. Ooh, he's the right amount of wrong for me. Yeah, he's the right amount of wrong for me. I might be next to you, there in that Sunday view. Things aren't always what they seem. No, I walk the fine line. I try to live a good life, but he brings out the devil in me. Hey, so good, so bad. Oh, he's the best I ever had. Ooh, he's the right amount of wrong for me. Hey, 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 yeah, he's the right amount of wrong for me.
Thank you, Carrie Cunningham. That's off of her album Secrets. You should go out and find it. It's one of her earlier albums, but it's timeless. And we just love Carrie here in Oregon right now. She's down in Huntington Beach, California, but she does have a little tour schedule going on this summer. So check her out, find out where she's going to be, buy her music. She's a really divine, lovely lady. And did you know that for Solstice this year, they are expecting over 10,000 people to show up at Stonehenge, and they are Stonehenge. Let's make sure I get that N in there. Stonehenge in England, for those of you who are not familiar with where it's at. And they're going to show up with drums and flower garlands, wizard hats, and warm coats. Now, that's kind of a deep topic, but I think we'll listen to a little Karen Ann and her wonderful tune here called Into the Depths, and we'll get a better idea.
Sometimes we forget how much we don't need when we strive to share a lot. Oh, and you can feel how much everything means when you learn to learn from someone else. And even though we walk amongst countless constant change. Each step we take builds from what remains. So take me to the depths, oh yeah, with fear strong in reins. Oh, and I won't be the same. Yeah, take me to the depths, oh yeah, with fear strong in reins. Oh, and I could love you if you let me. Time may be meant for planning, oh, but planning can seem endless if it wastes your time and a capacity to see, oh, and realize your reality will just bring clarity, oh, to your life. Oh, and even though we walk, oh, amongst constant change, each step we take builds from what remains. So take me to the depths, oh yeah, with fear strong in reins. Oh, and I won't be the same. Yeah, take me to the depths, oh yeah, with fear strong in reins. Oh, and I could love you, as I could love you, yeah. Oh, if you let me, 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 if you let me, if you let me, oh, so even though we walk, oh, amongst constant change, each step we take, oh, yeah, each step we take, oh, it builds from what remains.
When I listen to Karen Ann, I just want to float through the room. That is off of her album Into the Depths. And that song was also the title song, Into the Depths. She's wonderful. We love having her in Oregon. She originally came from Michigan a few years back, and she's been making quite a splash here. You know, I looked up a little statistic here. I have a list of 11 coffee health benefits in front of me. And here's one. Coffee drinkers have stronger DNA. A study published in the European Journal of Nutrition showed that coffee drinkers have DNA with stronger integrity, since the white blood cells of coffee drinkers had far less instance of spontaneous DNA strand breakage. I find that fascinating. I might have to read more on that. In the meantime, we're going to continue to listen to music and have a little bit more talk. But right now we're going to find out who Kathryn Grimm is talking to. And this is off of her album Transition Girl.
I want this so bad, I'm talking to God. It's been a long time, hope he's listening. I'm wishing, I'm praying, I'm grasping at straws for love. I wait so impatiently, but I refuse to believe anything but refuse to believe anything but this crazy fantasy. Don't wake me from the fairy tale I'm living. I want this so bad, I'm talking to God.
Lovely musician, lovely person, and my goodness, Kathryn plays out on the town almost every night here in Portland area, and is joined by some other incredible musicians, saxophone players, and blues guitarists. Oh, what a great scene we have here in all genres. We are evolving here in the Oregon area. Hey, I wanted to read another one of these little facts about coffee. Apparently they say coffee reduces suicide risk and depression. And apparently in a 10-year study of 86,000 female nurses shows a reduced risk of suicide in the coffee drinkers. And this is from the Archives of Internal Medicine. Another study conducted by the Harvard School of Public Health found that women who drink 4 or more cups of coffee were 20% less likely to suffer from depression. Well, since it is still morning here in Oregon while I'm doing this show, I'm actually on my second and a half cup of coffee, so I'm feeling much perkier already. And we have a gal here to speak about that. This is Laryssa Birdseye, and this is off of her So What album, and she popped up a few years ago. She didn't really just pop up. She was existing quite nicely, but then she jumped to the forefront with this beautiful album, and she's certainly delightful, and she's here to give us a spark.
I wish I knew where this road led sometimes. Seems I've been dragging for all of my life behind. I chased the dawn and there ain't been no light, but I see a light in you. I've been broken, I've been out of my mind. It takes a while to feel safe, it takes time. And baby, maybe I should come with the warning sign, but I think I'll let your light through. Yes, I'll make an exception for you. So bring it on, baby, and don't hold back. This city's got me down. Let's leave and not turn back. I see you looking at me, here I am. Come on and make your way to me. You illuminate me with your spark. Your spark, with your spark. Your spark, It's so late sometimes. Seems I've been dragging for all of my life behind. I chased the dawn and there ain't been no light, but I see a light in you. Yes, I see the light in you.
Speaking of light, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, today will be your longest day of light for the year. That should cause some severe insomnia for some, and if you drink way too much coffee later today, that could also do the same. Say, according to the Journal of Pain, March 2007, they say that 2 cups of coffee can cut post-workout muscle pain by up to 48%. Well, that's really super, especially if you're a person that doesn't work out as often as you should. But regardless, you may still be a link in the chain. Let's have some Lucy Hammond from the Lucy Hammond Band. Link in the chain. We are all a link in the chain. Let's go, girl.
My mama told me long ago, don't you let nobody steal your soul. You can give yourself away till it's just too much. The selfish kind of man's gonna use you up. Every day I go, just a link in the chain. Every day I go, just a link in the chain. Some links come from pleasure, some they come from pain, but there ain't no way around it. Everybody's building their own chain. When I was young and you found my heart, the love that you gave me done chained it up. But every time now that you pull away, that heart inside the chain, it starts to break. Every day I go, just a link in the chain. Every day I go, just a link in the chain. Some links come from pleasure, some they come from pain, but there ain't no way around it. Everybody's building their own chain. Well, trouble come and trouble go. Gotta work hard to keep it from the door. Day is coming, gonna push it down. If you bring it with you, won't keep you around. Every day I go, just a link in that chain. Every day I go, just a link in that chain. Oh, and some links come from pleasure, and some they come from pain, but there ain't no way around it. Everybody's building their own chain. No, there ain't no way around it. Everybody's building their own chain.
Everybody's building a chain. Is that like those DNA strands we were speaking about earlier? Say, I found another interesting fact about coffee. It says coffee drinkers have less risk of heart disease. Apparently, Korean researchers found that study participants who consumed 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day were less likely to show the beginning signs of heart disease. Other dietary factors should also be noted, as Koreans typically have a different diet than do Westerners. A more recent study conducted in Brazil found that those that consume at least 3 cups of coffee a day tend to develop less calcification in their coronary arteries. A 2019 study confirmed that coffee doesn't cause hardening of the arteries, even among the study participants who drank upwards of 25 cups of coffee per day. Can you imagine drinking upwards of 25 cups of coffee a day? Now, I'm a coffee consumer, but 25 cups of coffee, I think that would make any day the longest ever of the year. And I think we're going to have some more music. And if we flip a coin here, we are going to get Heads or Tails by Ray Gordon from the Ray Gordon Band. Another one of our blues babies along with Lucy here in our Portland, Oregon area. And you may also find them touring around the country and competing in Memphis. Marvelous ladies. So here's a little bit of Ray Gordon, Heads to Tail. Head to Tails. Heads or Tails. Flip a coin, baby.
Say
Miss Ray Gordon, one of our blues babies. If you want to know more about our blues scene, you can certainly go to the Cascade Blues Association.org in your search bar on your computer or your phone, and you can totally get an insight to the scene that goes on here in Oregon. We really have it going on. We have it going on with music. We have great indie music. We have great rock. We have great blues. Just about any sound. Jazz, big band. We've got it all here, and we just all love each other and support each other here. Kind of a nice situation. But we also love gals that don't live in Oregon. Sometimes we have to get on a train and go to places like Houston, Texas to see our friend Robin Kirby. And this is off of her album Greatest Hits, Eastbound Train.
Drove down to the station in the pouring rain. Had to buy me a ticket to take an eastbound train. Eastbound train. Eastbound train. Oh, eastbound train. I got to the station down on Lover's Lane. The attendant said, honey, what is your name? I said, my name is Robin. Kirby's my last name. He handed me my ticket, introduced himself as Wayne. Eastbound train. He said, have a good day. I said, you do the same. He said, the train is out back next to the baggage claim. Eastbound train. Eastbound train. Oh, an eastbound train. Now I'm rolling down the track, headed to Spokane. I'm rolling downtown on an eastbound eastbound train, eastbound train, oh, eastbound train. Eastbound train.
Thank you, Robin Kirby. Robin Kirby and Friends is her motto down there. Robin has another album coming my way, I think, here in the very near future. She mentioned she had just recently made one earlier this year, a new one, and I'm certainly looking forward to getting it. So if you're listening, Robin, smiles, hugs, I need it, I want it. I want to share it with the world. You're an extraordinary lady. And I want to re-mention that all of the ladies on this show today are incredible talents and incredible, amazing women in the community and on the forefront of the world. So I encourage you to just go check them all out. They all have music for sale. They all have a story to tell. They're playing live somewhere in your area, and I would certainly love to see you support them. I myself, outside of the studio, work in some music and health care. So on this top 11 coffee health benefits sheets, I found 3 that really stood out to me that are kind of impressive. I'm not sure what kind of equation I can spin that into in the work that I do, but apparently coffee lowered risk of Alzheimer's disease. There is a considerable evidence that caffeine may protect against Alzheimer's disease from the European Journal of Neurology. A recent study also isolated the compounds in roasted coffee that may be responsible for preventing the buildup of the brain plaque believed to cause the disease. I love that. You know, that's a huge medical crisis in the senior population, and it's actually also has some statistics of non-aged people also. It's a little less slim condition, but still it's a very misunderstood medical condition, and they're making headways to support that cause and drink your coffee. It also provides protection against Parkinson's disease, and apparently also lowers the risk of multiple sclerosis. So, just another wonderful assortment of merits of coffee. And we'd also like to see some resolutions to those, resolutions to the, wow, I should probably have another one on my break. Resolutions to those situations. Not too fast before noon, Josephine. We need answers to those conditions, okay? We need them solved. We need the answers. And according to Jess Klein out in North Carolina, if she's right, it will come.
Pushing so hard, I nearly fell apart. With the slightest suggestion, I'd give a great start. Until I jumped on a westbound train, and through the driving rain, it brought me over the howling mountains where I could breathe again. I'm going where it will come to me, a bigger ship on a broader sea, and it will come, and I'll jump on. I'm going where I will find a friend, oh, when the but you won't ever get too far if you don't let the stars do their work and pull you out of that corner where you are. I'm going where it will come to me, a bigger ship on a broader sea, and it will come. I'll jump on. I'm going where I will find a friend. Oh, when the road makes a wild bend, it will come, and we'll hold on. All the light, all the love you never bothered to see. All it asks is that you look up and set your poor heart free, free. I'm going where it will come to me, a bigger ship on a broader sea, and it will come, and I'll jump on. I'm going where I will find a friend. Oh, when the road makes a wild bend, it will come, and we'll hold on. It will come to me. It will come to me. It will come to me.
Jess Klein, It Will Come to Me, off of her album Bound to Love. I love Jess. I have a few of her albums, and would really like to see her make some more. You know, they say that they're letting people climb all over the Stonehenge area today. In fact, they cleaned it out and cleared them out just to anticipate this 10,000 people coming and showing up. But they say it's going to be an all-night party, but there will be no alcohol and no amplified music. Just chanting, drumming, and good vibes. Well, isn't that nice? Good vibes. We need good vibes. And speaking of vibes, this is Heart to Soul Radio Higher Vibestream. And if you're not familiar with us, and everywhere you can find us on our YouTube channel. And you can share out our social networking links, hearttosoulradio.com and hearttosoulradio.org. And thank you in advance for all the support. We're building quite a program here, and we'd love to keep bringing good vibes to you. We're coming up on the closing of our show here pretty soon. I have a couple more ladies to bring to you. And I just want to once again encourage you to get out there and support women in the music business as well as men. But today we just seem to be focusing on the women, and women are coming to the forefront and using their voice. The voice is very important, whether it's soft or whether it's a little louder, as long as we try to carry it with a high vibration. We can make a difference in this world, and I just truly adore all my soul sisters out here in the Oregon area and across the world that step up in a caring, nurturing way and try to make a small difference, and sometimes even a large difference is made in this world. And that is usually because of someone like Kathryn Grimm, who writes a song like this. And this is Kathryn Grimm from the Hippie Love Slave album, and
My voice isn't small, even by itself it can shake the earth, because I know its worth. My voice is important. If you just take the time to listen, then you'd know. And we both could grow, and together we could be like a tiny army, shouting to the world, I'm here and I'm a pearl in this gigantic sea. You can't ignore me. It all begins with a choice and my voice. My voice is a song I'd love to sing to you. You could sing along. La 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 la. My voice is unique. No one is like me and no one is like you. And yet we're all in tune. And together we could be like a tiny army, shouting to the world, I'm here and I'm a pearl in this gigantic sea. You can't ignore me. It all begins with a choice and my voice. And together we could be like a tiny army, shouting to the world, I'm here and I'm a pearl in this gigantic sea. You can't ignore me. It all begins with a choice and my voice. Together we could be like a tiny army, shouting to the world, I'm here and I'm a pearl in this gigantic sea. You can't ignore me. It all begins with a choice and my voice.
And wow, what a voice that is. Thank you, Kathryn Grimm, as always. You can catch her around town. See, we're going to close out the show with a wonderful, amazing musician, rock and blues genre. But boy, she can play it all. We used to have her here in Portland, Oregon, but she returned to San Rafael, California. But while she was here for a few years, she sure made a lot of friends, and we truly adore her, and we still support her, and she still stays in touch with us. And I was super blessed to recently receive her newly released single. Now, this is kind of a step away from coffee, but since we are celebrating summer solstice, or maybe winter solstice, so if you're down in the southern hemisphere, I'm going to not try to keep track here, but maybe you will end the day being a whiskey kind of girl, like Teresa Topaz. That's the name of her new single, Whiskey Kind of Girl. And so I'm going to let her close out the show, but before we go, I want to let you know, thank you so much for taking the time to listen in on this show and enjoy this wonderful music today. Brought to you from Heart to Soul Radio Higher Vibestream. And we want you to be good to yourself and each other. And until next time, this is Josephine the Blonde Girl, a.k.a. Girlyphine, signing off. Let's take it away, Miss Teresa Topaz, Whiskey Kind of Girl, new hot single. Go.
Hey, bartender, make it a double. It's Friday night, and you know what that means.
bamboos will hesitate, 'cause it's time to slip on down. Let's go to the park, you know, Maker's Place, just down Kentucky on the road. Hey, yeah, oh, on a highway night, I've got me, 'cause an angel is drinking my whiskey. Show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Pull it on the rocks, sip it straight up, yeah. Oh, whiskey kind of girl, nothing that can please me like a little whiskey, yeah, yeah. Hey, Jack, what you pouring tonight? A little bullet, are you crying for the creek? Won't you pour me a glass of that good old whiskey? I wanna smell the roses in that tin cup, yeah, yeah. Oh, 'cause on a highway night, I've got envy, 'cause an angel is drinking my whiskey, yeah. Show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. Pour it on the rocks, just sip it straight up, yeah. Oh, whiskey kind of girl, nothing that can please me like a little whiskey, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, show me bottoms up. 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 Pull it on the rocks, so sip it straight up, yeah. Oh, whiskey kind of girl, nothing that can please me like a little whiskey, yeah, yeah.
You see, when you put an egg in hot water, you get hard-boiled eggs. But when you put an egg in the hot garbage for a half an hour, you get hard-spoiled eggs. That was excellent, wasn't it?